Welcome back, everybody, to Simplecraft Season 1.5. Today's episode is episode 2. So I am recording this before I've even finished episode 1, so I have not gotten comments from you guys in that one. However, do remember to continue leaving comments in the comment section below, because we do like to get suggestions. So what we are doing today is I'm showing off, I'm going to be working on a villager trading hall to work on that, and something that we did get in between episodes, like I think I said I was going to, and if I didn't, well, I meant it. I was gonna get some villagers for trades so that I had a way of getting XP for one and getting the books that I need for certain things. The XP that I need is for mending, and then the books that I needed were things like the efficiency, the fortune, the mending, and silk touch, and unbreaking 3. So those are the main ones that we needed to get for pickaxes and tools and the like. So now that we have those, we can start working more on this trading hall, because it's going to be a silo type trading hall. So it's going to be in the general footprint of the farm above it, all the way down as far as it needs to go to house as many villagers as we need. So we're gonna go ahead and sleep through the night, and then we will start working on things. So we are going to need to start getting villagers in place. Minecarts and everything like that is going to be our best bet for that. So what we need to do is work out a design. So I think we're going to go ahead and hop into creative mode on a different on a creative world to work out the footprint and the general shape, and how like all of the logistics that I can't come up with in my head, because I'm gonna miss blocks to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over to a creative, I want to say redstone testing world. It's not really going to be that much the redstone involved in it, more as it's going to be just a testing build world to test out the idea that I have for the silo, is what I'm going to call it, the villager silo. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to that, and we'll be right back. Welcome to our redstone testing world. I had to make it. Ta-da. No, so I just need to, I want to lay out the size and everything of it, just so that we have it available to us. So let's go ahead, and we're just gonna pick a spot at random because we're starting off. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, skip 1 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 9. I think that is 9 1 2. Okay, yeah, so this is the general size of it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Perfect. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I think I should have picked something that has a little bit more of an edge to it, just so that we can count a little bit better. Alright, so this is the general size of it. This is if I were to make it square, because the thought process is, after that first layer underground, I kind of want to make it square, because the round, or the cut off corners make it difficult to do things, because if we run the corners like they are here, we run into the issue of, like, we only have, what is it, effectively, that's actually in the wrong spot, I think. No, that's not in the wrong spot. Yeah, that was the right spot. right? No. This is the right spot. We effectively have these 3 blocks here to put villagers, and then along this diagonal, it makes it difficult to put anything. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run with this square segment. Like, make it a deep square rectangle all the way down. It may not be rectangular all the way down, but this is the space that we have to work with. So I know that we're gonna have the minecart track come in, and this will be translated on each layer. It'll be basically copy pasta, the entire layer down. So I need to come up with the spaces between villagers, because I know I can't really have anything in the corners, like these corners here, like that, because there has to be a spot for their thing, and then 2 carpets. So I have to put like a lectern or something in the ground so that the experience can free flow. I may not have to put it all of them in the ground. I know some of them will go in the ground because they're full blocks instead of partial blocks. Things like the cartographer's table, not necessarily the lectern. The lectern is one that's probably going to stay up. The cartographer table is going to go down in the ground. And some others like that will come to that conclusion, because this is going to have the ability to have the space for those things. But figuring out what we're gonna do with this, because we need a way for them to come in, so it's probably not going to be up against the wall like this per se, because they're gonna come in behind this, so we only have. I'm going to say this much space, because they're going to get dropped down right here. And again, this back wall is going to be solid, with whatever decorative block that I choose to at the time. And then across this back here, there's going to be a activator rail, which is in my inventory if I can get into it. So activator rail will kick them off. Ooh, I'm going to need a way to activate that activator rail. Yeah, because I'm not going to have the space behind. I might... No, because that just makes more blocks. Damn. Actually, that works. And then that just leaves a spot for... But then... Let's try that. Let's see how well that works. With a villager in the way. I need wood. Wood. And then there's going to be a trapdoor. Where's the trapdoor? It's in redstone, isn't it? Yes. It has to be open when... it is closed. Or, it has to be closed when it's open. Or, when the power's on, I should say. I can't put it there either, because of the switch, which still opens it. So I may have to manually open or close these and open them when they come through. So, and then now I use the glass to Probably could have just done that. I don't know why I ran all the way around like that. Minecart. Okay, that didn't help. Okay, so it works for me. It puts me in the right spot. So now, what we do is we grab ourselves a villager. The spawn eggs are on a different page. I don't remember what page they're on. I hate the search function sometimes. And this is not going to be the final look of it because we're already going to have the villagers in the minecarts when they get transformed and then brought down. We're just trying to test the theory of... Oh my goodness. Of whether or not this will work the way we want it to. Okay, so it does drop them into it, and then we should be able to flip this, flip it again, and then and then we just push them slightly, and it forces them to not be able to walk. Yeah, because the carpet prevents them from getting out. At least it should. Yeah. So that's the design, the essentially the design, and then the lever is hidden by the villager himself. So all we'd have to do is push our way in, and we can close and open it, and then we can just put in the textured block or the whatchamacallit. So that's what we're gonna do there. Now, the last thing I want to do is I want to replicate this cell. For now, we're gonna use these blocks. I want to replicate this cell along the entirety of one side and maybe two, just to see how well or how it fits. And then what I'll do then is test to make sure that the minecart goes all the way around with and without the villager, because that is going to be important, because we're going to need to have a way of getting at the end of all of the floors, we're going to have a way of getting rid of the minecarts, because the minecarts are going to stack up at the end, and so we're going to need a way of breaking those, which we'll just use a cactus. And then changing out the just make sure that the what's the word I'm looking for? The minecart has enough momentum to get all the way to each corner and around and then back down. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back once I have the general layout done. And we'll see you as here in a few. Well, for you as it's a few. For me, it's probably hours. Alright, be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so I have a working plan. So everything, this is a replica of the server floor that I already have done. The only difference is that I have villagers through here, through this section, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. So basically, what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna have the ability to cure two zombie villagers at the same time. They cannot reach each other around these corners when they're sitting on these unpowered rails. So that we will be able to convert two of them at a time. And this will lead down into the system underneath, which will bring us down into this room where they need to be on the other side. Where they'll come down into here, and then this is just a minecart rail to take them all the way around, and there's activator rails to push them off into the holding cells and go from there. So this is a working system. I've done multiple tests. I've done checks to see how well that this will work, and that basically will allow us to put them in place, and when they are in place, you won't be able to see the lever, so I won't have to hide any unnecessary redstone or make it look good. They hide it already, and like you actually have to go in and look to see the lever. So this is working. This is exactly what we're going to build. Not to a T. There's going to be a bit of changes to what wood we use, like the logs and the planks, and then anywhere you can see dirt will have to be a fascia that gets put in, but that's something that we can do very, very easily on the server and change out those particular blocks. And what I like is that it fits inside of the footprint of what we're looking to do. The only difference is that we extend the corners to allow us to fit more villagers, because if we did this, we'd only be able to fit like 2 or 3 on each side, and that comes out to only 9 villagers per floor, whereas this comes out to be like 6 per side, so 18 per floor. Basically, effectively doubling the number of things that we need to. So let's get onto the Simplecraft server and set up our pickaxe, and we'll get started mining. I'll build the first floor in this episode, and then in the future we will set up a way to try and get the villagers on each floor that they're going to be on, because I'm going to have a floor for certain villagers, and I know that I want the librarians and the cartographers to be on adjacent floors, just so that it makes it easier when trading glass panes for or glass and glass panes for emeralds and so on and so forth, because that is the new infinite way of doing it. There's also the cleric that uses the brewing stand that I'm going to probably use him as well on adjacent floors, so I'll probably have those 3 in 3 floors in a row, and then just have 18 of each of those, just so that we have the infinite trading that we need to have unlimited emeralds. So we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the Simplecraft server and get this built, and so you'll see us working on the pickaxe there. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. So we have ourselves the pickaxes all made up. So we've got ourselves a fortune pick and a silk touch pick, and we're going to be using the silk touch pick to mine up the 17 by 17 by 42 block hole that we are going to be turning into 7 total floors of trading hall. That 7 total floors will give us 1 floor per, or not per type, but 1 floor for the librarian, 1 floor for the cartographer, 1 floor for the cleric, 1 floor for the Fletcher, and then 1 floor for armorer, toolsmith, and weaponsmith, 1 floor for the farmer, butcher and fisherman, 1 floor for the shepherd, and shepherd, leatherworker, and mason, and that should be a total of 7 floors to allow us to have all of the different types of villagers, along with enough of each type that we use frequently. so that we can use or have ourselves a decent amount of time. So that's a 17. Like I said, that's a 17 by 17 by 42 or 3. Probably 42 block hole, and need to make sure I'm using the Silk Touch one because I want to pick this stuff up, because this is one of the resources that we're gonna need a bunch of when it comes time to move all of these guys in, because basically we're gonna run them through the system like they normally will, except they won't need to be converted because they've already been converted. So the only thing I need to do is move this guy all the way over here. I probably should move him even further this way, just so that he's not anywhere to be messed with. And we'll worry about those later, and we're just gonna dig down from right here, so okay. So we need a total of 3 blocks between each layer, which means that we need to leave this layer and this layer for now. We are going to be removing this layer as well, so actually we'll probably just do that now. And it's 17 blocks from here, so it's including this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 blocks, and that was not the midpoint, so it's not 9 blocks on either side. That was actually 1 block to the right of the midpoint, so we'll go ahead and make this not super or make this brighter for you guys so that you guys don't have any issues. And we're going to be using the Silk Touch pick because we are going to find ores in here. So it's 9 blocks from here in both directions. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the only thing I don't have is a beacon, which I probably would have done had I thought of it. Actually, no, it is also these blocks here, because these also count for it as well. That's the one thing I don't have is a shovel. I might need to go get me a shovel. That's what, 4, 5 blocks. Coolio. So we're gonna go ahead and mine this out, and then I will come back to you guys with this hole dug for the next part. So we'll be back in a few for you guys, and it'll be a long time for me. So we'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. We have finished up the mining. I am currently in spectator mode so I can show you the progress we have made. This giant hole in the ground has been dug. We have all 7 layers that we needed, unless I miscounted. I really hope I didn't. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's the silo. We've got it done. The only thing we have left to do now is to decorate it and fill in the minecarts and the locations in which we need or the areas for the villagers, and then we start funneling the villagers in. But that is all we've got time for today. we are all done for today. So that was episode 2 of Simplecraft Season 1.5. If you guys did enjoy this one, please do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, and come check out our live streams on Twitch. We try and do those pretty regularly, and we will be back with another episode in a few days from the one when this one goes out. And like I said, I haven't seen the comments from the first one, but I will see them, and we'll get to all of those when we are all done. So again, thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!